Hello everyone, today is Thursday, June 21st. It's 4:14 p.m. It's 1 minute before the end of the regular session. You can see my computer clock on my right. On my left is the time and sales for the Emini S&P, currently trading at 2753.50. It was an excellent day for the Autotrader today. First up is the DAX on a Super Renko 14 tick, and looks like we drew down early in the session about 1,300 or 650 per contract, a couple of losers here, but then we came back pretty solid with several winners here and came up to 2,900. So this looks to be the Autotrader with a $3,000 goal. This was previously the one with a $5,000 goal, but I lowered it to something more reasonable. So basically, this hit its goal, probably had some slippage, but pretty fantastic performance once again on the DAX. Okay, next up is the DAX on a 34-tick line break, and this one I have starting trading in the London session, and this was very active on this time frame. Lots of swings. You can see our first equity high of about 1,600 was made here at approximately 30 minutes into trading, so perhaps this with a lower profit goal would have less trades, but I have the profit goal or the daily goal on this at 2,000, so it came within $400 of it here, and then proceeded to have quite a few trades, drew down, gave it all back, made it all back, and then finally hit its goal by 6 a.m. So within 3 hours of trading, all these trades took place in 3 hours. So here, if I scrunch the chart up, you can see where, quite a bit of volatility, but ultimately resulting in hitting its goal. So was it worth everything that happened from here to here for $300 or $400? Not really. We would have been better with a lower goal and only having a few trades here. So there's something to be said for, monitoring your system and having some flexibility with your daily goals, but nevertheless, a pretty impressive performance that it was able to come back from drawdowns several times and ultimately hit its goal. Okay, I started running the ES on just a regular 5-minute chart because the indicator signals on minute bars can be really good. So today, on a single trade, 2 contracts, it did $1,500. Here it is here, and the goal is 1520, so obviously we hit our goal, and just a really nice looking short trade right here, one single trade on a 5-minute chart. Okay, next we have the Emini S&P on a 987 tick line break chart. We've seen this chart quite a bit. This is actually trading 3 contracts and probably hit its goal of 1,300. We did 1462, so once again we had really strong positive slippage here and really nice looking trades on our line break chart. Okay, the mid cap hit its goal at 1,500 on a 150 Heikin-Ashi chart and had a long way to go. Could have easily done twice that if it caught this trend, but we probably it didn't get stopped out. It just hit its goal. You can see we had a split fill here, and what else can you say? Really fantastic looking indicator signal here for the day. Pretty impressive. Okay, the Emini S&P on a Super Renko 4 tick with a higher time frame filter of a Super Renko 6 tick did 1,050 for the day, and our goal is 1,050. So we had no slippage on this chart with our higher time frame filter. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a Super Renko 8 tick using our line break logic, and this did 940 for the day. Probably hit our goal of 1,000 on this chart. Kind of a mixed bag of trades here. Okay, here's the view I was trying to get, showing all the trades. So it looks like we drew down about 200 per contract and then came up later and hit our goal. Okay, next up is the crude oil on a 34-tick line break, and this did 980. Our goal on this is 1,000, and pretty nice run here. We only drew down a little bit, a couple of $100, and then it was mostly up from there. with all these winning trades in a row here. And then finally this really nice long trade here brought us to our goal. This is trading 2 contracts. Okay, next up is the NASDAQ on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart. And this did 990 for the day. Our goal on this one is 1,000. So indeed we hit our goal. Pretty nice looking trades here. Very minor drawdown, about 100 per contract. Okay, the Emini S&P on a straight 5 Renko chart hit its goal, I believe, of 1,000 and on 3 winning trades. And you can see them here using our higher time frame filter. Okay, the ES on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi finished at 300. Looks like an equity high was made here of about 600 and then drew down 600 or 300 per contract and then finished in the green with this nice trade at the very end of the day. Okay, a modest gain on the NASDAQ Super Renko 10 tick, and it looks like this was quite active today, and it looks like we made an equity high of about 800. Now, one of the reasons I only show the equity graph for the day is so that you can see the drawdown in the equity high, and that can help you to adjust or find your daily goals. Notice that the equity high here was made early in the session at 10:30 in the morning within an hour of trading. So there's something to be said for only running the strategy for an hour or 2 every day. Okay, the Emini S&P on a 1-minute line break chart had a single short trade here off the open, and our goal on this is 1,000. So this one hit its goal, and we've seen this quite a bit. That's all for today's video.